Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild with the Realistic Hunt series, and today we're actually going to be going out for some whitetail. But real quickly, I just wanted to say I've had quite a few awesome suggestions from you guys, and this was one of them. I've seen quite a few people asking for a whitetail tree stand hunt, so I figured we'll give it a try. But yeah, with that being said, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel out a ton. It helps recommend my videos to more people, and that really is a huge help. Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But with all that being said, let's get straight into today's video. Alright, so we are here in good old Washington, and we're going to be going out for some whitetail deer today. Hopefully we can get ourselves a good buck. We've seen quite a few of them going through here the past couple days, but we're really hoping we can get one to come through to our tree stand. They've been known to graze out in these fields, so hopefully we'll get lucky and get a buck to come over. But we also do have a blacktail deer buck tag and a doe tag, so if we can fill those while we're over here, that'd be great. Obviously our primary target is going to be the whitetail, though. It sounded like there was a doe down there. I don't see any signs of it though, but good sign there's at least something in the area. And as I was saying, we do have a doe and a buck tag for blacktail deer, so if we happen to get one to come along while we're on this whitetail hunt, that would be absolutely fantastic. But primary goal is just going to be to get a nice big mature whitetail buck down. And oh, we actually have something coming near. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. Looks like we have a blacktail deer doe. We got ourselves a buck right there. So we actually do have a buck near. Let's just hope they don't notice that we're here. If we can get that buck close, I'd like to take him. But if we can't, then we do have this doe right here. Yeah, there's the buck. See the buck right there. It's not a huge one, but as a buck, I think we'll probably let this guy go, honestly. Probably just gonna let these go. Wow. We'll let the buck go, but let's go ahead and fill our doe tag. There we go. We got our doe tag filled. Oh, nice. Well, we're off to a pretty good start. Got one deer down. And from the looks of it, I'd say we got a perfect heart shot on it. Does look like everything else in the area has been alerted, though, which is no surprise at all. So we actually do have another buck here. Doesn't look like it's very big, though. It's another young buck. That's another doe right there. Heard at least one more in the area, though. I'm not sure where it went off to. Oh, there it is. That is also another young buck. Got a lot of young bucks coming through, but nothing that's really of any size, and we really want to be taking mature bucks, so we're probably going to let these ones go also. It's just nice to see some deer coming through here, though. These bucks will be pretty nice in a few years, but as of now, we're just gonna let these guys go. They'll grow to be much bigger in the next couple years, so these guys live to grow another couple years, and then eventually we'll probably end up taking one of these. Oh, there's a nicer buck. There's actually quite a few of them here. We have so many bucks here. That one's actually a decent one. That very well could be the one we end up taking. See if we can get them to come out into the open a little bit more. Oh, hold on, we got someone up here. I think this is the buck that we let go earlier. So that right there is our buck. We can get this guy to go broadside, we'll probably try to take him. Uh-oh. They're alerted. Ooh, we got it down. We got it down. Oh my gosh. Well, didn't expect to be filling both of our blacktail tags so quickly. We're gonna let these guys get out of here and then we'll go pick them up. Feels really good to be filling our tags this early. Here's the first one that we ended up taking out. Beautiful. Got a good clean shot on it. Looks like we did end up hitting right on target where we were aiming. Nice. Really happy we were able to fill our tags early on. So let's go pick up our buck. I'm very interested in seeing what this guy is going to look like up close, because it seemed like it was a decent buck. Yeah, that is a really good looking blacktail deer. I'm pretty happy with that. That is a solid buck. Very, very happy. Yeah, we got a good shot into this guy too. He's kind of a crazy looking one. I really like that. That is really nice. We're gonna go ahead and get this guy sent off to the lodge, get him properly cleaned and mounted, and then we will be able to see this guy. Very nice looking buck though. Very, very nice looking buck. Okay, so we have spotted some whitetail deer, but unfortunately they're pretty far away from our stand. So there's a pretty low chance that we'll be able to get them to come to a call. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to try and spot and stalk up and get a little bit closer to see what kind of deer we got in here. Looks like there is a couple bucks, but it's really hard to say what their size is. I really wish we could have taken it from the tree stand. We might still be able to, but we're going to need to call them in a little bit closer, and they're a bit far away to hear a call, so I'm going to take the next few minutes stalking up, and we'll see what we can do from there. Alright, so I did end up getting them to come to the call, and we're back in our tree stand now. Now it's just going to be a waiting game of getting them close enough and hoping that they don't end up spooking off. As far as I can tell, there's a couple decent bucks, but it's just going to be a matter of can we get those big bucks to come in. They were looking like they were being a little bit more stubborn than the rest of them, so we'll see what happens. We definitely have them coming in, though. So there's one of the younger bucks. Where are the bigger ones? We have a young buck and then a couple does coming in. But I'm not seeing any of the larger bucks, which is pretty unfortunate. Oh, here we go. Here's some more deer. That buck's a little bit better, but he's still not huge. But we're definitely getting bigger. They are definitely getting a little bit bigger, and that one right there might actually be a bigger buck. I think that's gonna be the one. I think that's gonna be the buck we'll take. He definitely looks bigger than the rest. That buck's definitely nicer. Definitely a much nicer looking buck. He's got a very high, tight rack. I think that's gonna be the one. That's the one we're gonna go for. There's our buck right there. He's coming in. There's our buck coming into us right now. We just need him to turn and then we'll be good. Just stop for us. Well, he's not cooperating the way that we need him to. He's being a little bit stubborn. Of course that would happen. There was no way I was going to take that shot. Absolutely no way I was going to take that shot. Well, in the meantime, we can fill our doe tag. we got our doe down. Unfortunate that buck ended up spooking off. But it is what it is. Stuff happens. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Fortunately, this was one of the times that things just didn't go our way and there really wasn't anything we could do about it, but we ended up getting our doe down, so that's one more tag filled. Just got one buck tag left, and then we'll have filled our Washington Whitetail and Blacktail tags. Got a virtually perfect shot on this doe. Beautiful. Well, one more tag filled. Now time to get that buck. Okay, so maybe it's a good thing we didn't get that buck. There's actually a much bigger one right out there in the field. I guess this guy didn't come to the call, which it would make sense that he'd be bigger. That looks like a much more mature buck. That right there is a giant. Well, let's see what we can do to get this guy in. Well, it's looking like there's no getting this buck. He's very intent on going in the opposite direction, not coming to any calls. So I guess we're just gonna have to let that guy go. Which means the hunt is on to find another herd of whitetail. I was really banking on these guys cooperating, but unfortunately you can't win them all, and we're just gonna have to move on and try to find some more. Well, we've been roaming around for quite a while now and have not had any luck at all so far, but we're really hoping we'll be able to get a whitetail soon. I mean, if we don't, at least we did get a couple does down and we got our blacktail buck, but it's just unfortunate it's taken us quite a bit of time to try and get a whitetail down. This is the main reason that we came here to Layton Lakes, was to try and get ourselves a good whitetail buck, and unfortunately that just has not been the case. Alright, so we ended up coming back to where our tree stand is, and the deer are back out grazing in the field, which means we should be able to get close enough to try and take one out. We're finally going to get our chance to take out a nice whitetail buck. Looks like things really are going to go our way. Honestly, since we've been having such rough luck with the whitetail deer, I'm not going to be that picky this time. I think we're just going to take whichever one of those decent bucks gets close enough. Not really worry too much about getting the biggest one. We just want to make sure we don't repeat the scenario of last time. There was 2 to 3 bucks in that herd that were at least decent, so our odds are pretty good of having a nice buck come into range and go broadside for us. The question is, which one is it going to be? There's 2 in particular that I've really had my eye on. One of them is a nice high rack buck. The other one's got a little bit more mass and just looks bigger in general. Hopefully we can get their attention. Well, unfortunately, it seems like these guys aren't too interested in coming over here. I thought they were going to at first, but they ended up turning around and going back to their field, so we're about to have a really difficult stalk ahead of us, and well, let's just hope we can do it without spooking them off again. If they spook off again, then it's probably over. That buck right there that's bedded down is a pretty nice looking one. I think that might be the buck we try to get. Looks really good. He looks like a really nice buck. Alright, so we are over here at about 50 meters now. A little bit less. These guys are starting to move around a little bit, which has got me a little concerned, but I think they're just adjusting their positions, but that buck there in the back is the one that we're going to try and go for. He is an absolute monster, and a buck very worthy of going in our lodge. What a beautiful deer. Alright, we're getting really close now. We're almost within bow range. Unfortunately, the way this hill is, we're not going to be able to get any closer than this, so we're just going to have to make do with whatever we can get from this range. If we end up having to take that other buck over to the right, then we'll end up doing that. This is at least still a decent buck. So if worse comes to worse, we do have this guy right here. There's our buck right there. Let's see if we can get an arrow into him. think we smoked him. I think we ended up smoking him. I think we got him. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We hit the wrong buck. Wow, we hit the wrong buck. Wow, that is quite sad. I really don't know how we managed to do that. I guess we'll put up some sort of a replay to see what you guys are able to get from that, but I could have swore we were going for the right buck. I guess I could have just, in the moment, got them confused and taken the wrong one, but that's not how we wanted this to end. It's still a buck down, but it's not nearly the buck that we were hoping. Guess we'll just have to come back here for muzzleloader season and see if we can take out a better one, because we need to get a revenge kill on that big buck, or at least something of decent size, because that's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Well, even though this guy's not the buck we were trying to get, still looks like it was a great shot on him. Ended up getting him down. And at the end of the day, a buck's a buck, even if this isn't the monster that we initially were trying to get. But there he is. Honestly, it's looking like this might not have even been the one that we were aiming at. I'm starting to think it might have gone a little bit far right. It's really hard to say, but we'll have some kind of a replay up at some point to try and figure out what exactly went wrong. In fact, we'll probably do that right now. Well, it's pretty unfortunate the way that went towards the end. I'm just lost for words. I really thought that we were going to hit that buck that we wanted, but for some reason, we ended up getting this guy instead. So that's a little unfortunate, but at the end of the day, buck's a buck. We ended up getting our buck down, and here's our blacktail, which actually isn't too bad of a buck. I'm pretty happy we got at least a decent level 3. This one's one of the nicer 3s, so solid deer. Very happy with that. But I hope you guys have been enjoying these realistic hunts videos. I've been really enjoying making them. They're a lot more fun than regular Call of the Wild videos that I used to do. I feel like with this type of stuff, there's more of my own elements in it, which I really enjoy putting different little things into these hunts to try and make them feel as lifelike as possible. So, as you guys heard me say at the end of that hunt, I will be doing muzzleloader next. I think we'll probably go for a whitetail muzzleloader hunt, since we did not get a good buck this time. We'll do a muzzleloader hunt for whitetail deer, and I'll probably add 1 or 2 other species into that hunt. I'm not really sure which ones we'll do yet, but I do want to put something else besides whitetail in that video, so we will see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, because it really does help the channel out, helps recommend my videos to other potential new viewers, and that really is an incredible way to help me out. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that sub button. But until next time, I will see you all in the next video. Peace!